Leave it to Tom Holland to turn an awkward moment into a hilarious story when he confessed that he thought that Mark actually gifted him a personal massager when they first met. Let's get into it. Okay, word of advice here. If you guys ever give Tom Holland a gift, just make sure you label it properly before his very vivid imagination begins to wonder. But don't take our word for it. Just ask Mark Wahlberg.
You share the screen with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, you got it.
Tom and Mark are currently promoting their latest adventure film, Uncharted, which hits theaters in a week, and they sure seem to be having a blast sharing all sorts of fun behind-the-scenes stories with fans. In a recent press junket for Access Hollywood, when asked if they hit it off right away upon meeting one another for the first time, Tom confessed he was nervous at first, as he's a self-admitted fan of Mark's, but that within 10 minutes of hanging out with him at his house, he realized they could be friends. And just like friends do, Mark went on to egg on Tom to share an embarrassing and somewhat not safe for work story about their first encounter. Though Tom was at first a bit hesitant to recount what had transpired, he eventually gave in and spilled all the deets. Tom set the scene, revealing, essentially, Mark Wahlberg was kind enough to give me a massage gun after I left his house in LA, and he drove me back to my hotel. Well, it turns out that gift definitely got Tom's wheels turning. He went on to add,
And at the time, I was confused as to what kind of massage gun this was, having never seen one before, and I thought it was the type of self-pleasure, and I thought Mark Wahlberg was driving me back to my house for other reasons other than just being a gentleman. And I didn't know you. It's Hollywood, baby. Who knows what's going to happen?
Mark is actually an investor and brand ambassador of PowerPlate, which is a company that makes massage guns and other pulsating fitness equipment. And after talking about their grueling workout routines and recovery methods, Mark figured Tom could use one of his massage guns. Mark playfully replied to Tom's story, saying, "I can't believe the whole time you were thinking that. I was just trying to have a conversation with you, talking about your family and talking about my kids and what their interests are. Gotta get your head out of the gutter, buddy." OMG. Could you guys imagine Zendaya's reaction when Tom told her this story? Or better yet, when he showed her the massage gun with zero context? I can't.
I have no words.
And get this, in another part of the interview, Tom was shown a shirtless picture of Mark from when he was around his age, and Tom just couldn't help himself, joking, "That was my background for the entirety of this movie. I was just like, I gotta try and look like Mark. I'd sit there at night staring at him." Ay, indeed. Though it's great to see that Tom and Mark developed such great chemistry, which we can only hope is also carried to the big screen for what promises to be a very action-packed film with hilarious one-liners.
Okay, let's calm down.
And speaking of embarrassing stories, click right over here to find out about Selena Gomez's most memorable beauty disaster. Then let us know in the comments if you could see yourself making the same mistake as Tom. That would be quite the gift from a coworker, no? I'm your host, Carly Henderson. Come say hey on Instagram at @CarlyHenderson_, and I'll see you soon.